Good afternoon. My name is John Salisbury. I'm a National Park Ranger. I work here at the McLoughlin House site, and we're a unit of Fort Vancouver National Historic Site. Come join us for a tour, won't you? You're in the home of a very, very rich man. McLoughlin made a lot of money. He made almost $5,000 a year, made a lot of money. This house, guys, is about 3 times the size of anybody else's house in town. When you go to other places in town, you'll find homemade furniture. Here's furniture from Europe. He entertained quite well, and you couldn't be an average person. You had to know someone, or you're very important yourself to be able to come here. I was asked, why did I become and how did I become a ranger? Back in high school, I took one of those tests for what are you going to be when you grow up, and the number one thing on my list was a park ranger. The worst thing on my list was a teacher. Well, I taught school in Oregon City for 28 years, primarily as a history teacher, worked as a volunteer at Fort Vancouver, and one day, about 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, they said, we have an opening, would you like to apply for it? So that was my beginning of my career in the National Park. I've been the ranger here the last 4 years. It's a passion with me. It's not just a job. My wife will tell you I come down here to play, not to work, and she's right. So we have about 13,000 folks here a year or more. We're open 5 days a week. This is a good place for you to learn about history, where history happened. After McLoughlin family moved out, they moved to what we now call Stumptown, or used to call Stumptown, and then this became a hotel, the Phoenix Hotel. And then it became known, locally, it became known as a house of nighttime pleasure and negotiable affection. Now, you know, McLaughlins would have rolled over in their graves. They'd known that's what their house was used for. By 1900, this house has been abandoned. A group of ladies formed the McLoughlin Memorial Association back in 1909 and said, we're going to move this house. So they jacked this house up in logs using one horse, and they rolled it 8 blocks downtown and 2 blocks up the hill. You know, not only you've seen the house now, but there's some other fun things. If you follow the stone path down the street, you're going to come up what's called the McLoughlin Promenade. It starts actually over there. You can walk along the bluff, look at where the old city was, and get a feel of what it's like to live here in the 1840s, 1850s. So for me, history is not a book, it's a living thing. And that's where I like to teach my students and friends that come share time here, teach them as a living thing, not as just a book. Teaching history is fun. Come on down and join me at the McLoughlin House.
See new places, meet new friends, and make your own memories in Oregon's Mount Hood territory. Check out our other videos and start planning your visit today.